First step, as with all flies, is to cut in the thread. Trim off the tag end. And wind up to the rear. I've got a piece of silver wire for the rib. I like to catch it in and double it back so it won't slip. Now we'll catch in a piece of Mirage, flat Mirage tinsel. Wind tight turns and wind forward, catching in the loose end. Follow the thread with the flat Mirage tinsel. Close touching turns to cover the whole body. Keep the Mirage tinsel nice and tight. Leave enough room for the wings and the hackle. Catch in the loose end, double it back to stop it slipping, and trim off. Follow with the silver wire, couple of turns at the end to stop everything slipping off the rear, 3 or 4 turns up to the point where the Mirage tinsel stops. Two or 3 turns of thread, double back on itself. Again, this won't slip. Bind down, a couple of turns of thread. Now I've got an underwing of golden yellow racoon dog. Fairly sparse. Spread it across the top of the tube. Bind down tightly. 5-6 turns of thread is all you need. Catch the whole piece and trim off in a winner. Couple of strands of yellow pearl lureflash. Adds a bit of attraction for the fish. Three or 4 turns. Line it up. Double it over. Now a couple of turns of thread and then trim off. I like to trim off at different lengths. Next step, a little touch of super glue on the base of the hair. This is optional. Okay, a couple more turns of thread to bind the whole thing down. Trim and prepare a yellow cock hackle. Catch in. If the stock's thin enough, you can double it back at the head, and again this won't slip. Trim off the loose end. I like to use hackle pliers. Pull the hackle taut and drag the fibres forward, pinching with your thumb and finger. Wind, close touching turns, drawing back the fibres as you go. Make sure they're tight against each other. 3 turns should be enough. Pull the thread tight, catch in the tip of the hackle. Draw the whole lot back, 4 or 5 turns of thread. Trim off the tip. 4 or 5. Now a piece of black racoon dog. Line it up so it's slightly longer than the yellow. Just pull it forward slightly. Hold in, pinch and loop. Couple of turns, then spread across the top of the tube. Bind down tightly, nice teardrop shape. Catch the whole bunch as before and trim 1 cut of the scissors. Touch of optional super glue holds everything in place. I use Loctite Easy Brush super glue. Two pre-selected jungle cock feathers. Trim off some of the fluffy fibres at the base. Line them up. Pinch and loop style to catch them in. Adjust as necessary. Hold in place. The super glues underneath will help to keep them in place. Double back. Oh. Trim off the loose end. Make sure they're nice and evenly spaced. Couple more turns of thread. Pull them apart if necessary. Now I like to do a couple of turns with a whip finish. 3 turns actually. Place the scissors in the loop and pull through. Break off the thread or trim with the scissors. Size up a gold cone, making sure it's a nice neat fit. It's a gold medium cone. I'll drop more super glue, help hold the cone in place. Push the cone nice and tight, pulling the cone with a fair bit of force. The super glue dries fairly quickly. Another little pull and remove the tube from the needle. Cut off the liner, leaving 2 or 3 millimeters at the end. Take your lighter or a candle flame and burr the end of the tube. Just gently does it so it doesn't catch fire. There we go, that's covered up nicely. Pull the needle right through the tube again. Make sure the hole doesn't close. There we have a golden yellow Posh Tosh variant. A few minor tweaks. The Mirage glows through the yellow, attracting the fish, hopefully.